The music hall.
What the circus? I have done with that Briar.
He's a scream. He's lost his redeem.
I'll be back.
End of the corridor, on the left.
Keep my seat.
I've lost my cap and Peterson.
It'll be the death of me.
You didn't, by any chance, see... Oh, he's gone. Without saying goodbye. How could he? He might have waited.
He'd have burst.
Oh. Oh, well then, of course, in that case.
Come here.
What for?
You'll see.
You want me to get up?
Quick!
Look. Oh, I say.
Oh, it's all over.
He's not pleased.
You missed a treat, Dee Dee. Pity.
He subsides. Indeed, all subsides. A great calm descends. Listen. Pan sleeps.
Will night never come?
You don't feel like going until it does?
Well, you see...
Why, it's very natural. Very natural. I myself, in your situation, if I had an appointment with a Godot, anyhow, you see who I mean, I'd wait till it was black night before I gave up. I'd like very much to sit down, but I don't quite know how to go about it.
Could I be of any help?
If you ask me, perhaps.
What?
If you asked me to sit down.
Would that be a help?
I fancy so.
There we go. Be seated, sir. I beg of you.
No, I wouldn't think of it. Ask me again.
Come. Take a seat, I beseech you. You'll get pneumonia.
You really think so?
Why, it's absolutely certain.
No doubt you are right. Done it again. Thank you, dear fellow. But I must really be getting along if I am to observe my schedule.
Time has stopped.
Don't you believe it, sir. Don't you believe it. Whatever you like, but not that.
Everything seems black to him today.
Except the firmament. But I see what it is. You are not from these parts. You don't know what our twilights can do. Shall I tell you? I can't refuse you. A little attention, if you please. What's the matter with this whip? Worn out, this whip. What was I saying?
Let's go.
But, take the weight off your feet, I implore you. You'll catch your death.
True. What is your name?
Adam.
Ah, yes, the night. But be a little more attentive, for pity's sake, otherwise we'll never get anywhere. Look. Will you look at the sky, pig? Good, that's enough. What is there so extraordinary about it? Qua sky. It is pale and luminous, like any sky at this hour of the day, in these latitudes, when the weather is fine. An hour ago, roughly, after having poured forth ever since, say, 10 o'clock in the morning, tirelessly torrents of red and white light, it begins to lose its effulgence, to grow pale, ever a little paler, until, poof, finished, it comes to rest. But behind this veil of gentleness and peace, night is charging and will burst upon us. Pop! Like that. Just when we least expect it. That's how it is on this bitch of an earth.
So long as one knows.
One can bide one's time.
One knows what to expect.
No further need to worry.
Simply wait.
We're used to it.
How did you find me? Good? Fair? Middling? Poor? Positively bad?
Oh, very good. Very, very good.
And you, sir?
Oh, Trey Bong. Trey Bong.
Bless you, gentlemen, bless you. I have such need of encouragement. I weakened a little towards the end. You didn't notice.
Oh, perhaps just a teeny-weeny little bit.
I thought it was intentional.
You see, my memory is defective.
In the meantime, nothing happens.
You'll find it tedious?
Somewhat.
And you, sir?
I've been better entertained.
Gentlemen, you have been civil to me.
Not at all.
What an idea.
Yes, you have been correct. So that I ask myself, is there anything I can do in my turn for these honest fellows who are having such a dull time?
Even 10 francs would be welcome.
We are not beggars.
Is there anything I can do, that's what I ask myself, to cheer them up? I have given them bones, I have talked to them about this and that. I have explained of the twilight, admittedly, but is it enough? That's what tortures me. Is it enough?
Even 5.
That's enough.
I couldn't accept less.
Is it enough? No doubt, but I am liberal. It's my nature this evening. So much the worse for me, for I shall suffer, no doubt about that. What do you prefer? Shall we have him dance, or sing, or recite, or think, or... Who? You know how to think, you two?
He thinks.
Certainly. Aloud. He even used to think very prettily once. I could listen to him for hours. Now, so much the worse for me. Well, would you like him to think something for us?
I'd rather he'd dance. It'd be more fun.
Not
Oh,
necessarily.
wouldn't it, Dee be more fun?
I'd like well to hear him think.
Well, perhaps he could dance first and think afterwards, if it isn't too much to ask him.
Would that be possible?
By all means, nothing simpler. It's the natural order.
Then let him dance.
Do you hear, Hog?
He never refuses.
He refused once. Dance, misery!
Lucky puts down his burdens, turns to Pozzo, and dances. Then he stops.
Is that all?
Encore!
Lucky executes the same movements, then stops.
Phew, I do as well myself.
He imitates Lucky.
With a little practice.
He used to dance the farandole, the fling, the brawl, the jig, the fandango, and even the hornpipe. He capered for joy. Now that's the best he can do. Do you know what he calls it?
The scapegoat's agony.
The hard stool.
The net. He thinks he's entangled in a net.
There's something about it.
Lucky tries to return to his burdens.
Whoa!
Tell us about the time he refused.
With pleasure, with pleasure. Wait. What have I done with my spray? Well, now, isn't that... I can't find my